Hello, my name is Christopher Atienza, and I am the founder of Claude Digital Solutions. And I've been in the communications or marketing industry for the past 26 years or so. And I am a business owner, and I own two businesses, and the third one right now, which was dormant for so many years, which I am developing right now, called Quadro Digital Solution with a K. And I wanted to talk about this whole thing about Anthropic's blog, which they published on June 4th. So to make things faster, I actually asked Gemini AI, which is the one that I'm using, to find more answers about this. And excuse the barking of the dog in the background. That is something I can't control, and I don't know why it's barking right now, just when I'm using this vlogging. Anyway, so going back, so I asked Gemini, what is this recent situation about Anthropic when it released its warning about not developing AI and seeking to get other laboratories such as ChatGPT, which is OpenAI, and Google, which controls Gemini, among others, including the ones in China. So Gemini writes, well, after I asked the question, yes, I am quite familiar with that situation. On June 4th, 2026, Anthropic published a high-profile blog post titled "When AI Builds Itself," co-authored by company co-founder Jack Clark and Marina Favaro, the head of the Anthropic Institute. So in the post, they made headlines by advocating for a globally coordinated, verifiable pause or slowdown in frontier AI development. Here's the breakdown of what Anthropic is proposing, the internal date they use to justify it, and the heavy skepticism the announcement has faced from the rest of the tech industry, including me. So why is Anthropic sounding the alarm? Anthropic's primary concern centers on looming milestone known as recursive self-improvement. Again, recursive self-improvement, the threshold where the AI system becomes capable of autonomously designing, coding, and developing its own successor without human intervention. They warn that if AI systems begin building their own next-generation platform, where humans could rapidly lose control over security, behavior, and alignment. To back up their anxiety, Anthropic disclosed some startling internal metrics. One of them, AI writing AI. As of May 2026, Claude authors more than 80% of the code merged into Anthropic's own internal code base. Second bullet, massive acceleration. Thanks to AI assistance, a typical Anthropic engineer now merges roughly 8 times as much code per day compared to just 2 years ago in 2024. Shrinking human window, the company noted that AI capabilities in executing open-ended tasks have been doubling roughly every 4 months, meaning the human role in the development loop is narrowing fast. So what does this all mean? With all the jargons, okay, imagine AI, the one helping us make fun things like making photos move, or putting you in a situation, or the latest ones, the ones that you've been seeing wherein you put a certain person or character in a certain situation. That's fun and all, but what's happening right now is that Anthropic and others, I guess, coded AI to actually rate AI itself. You see, AI won't move unless you, the human person, put inputs to it so that it could move, because AI in its form right now, especially the one I'm using with Google Gemini AI, it's a large language model, or LLM. You've probably heard of that, but if not, it's basically information that has been stored to it or programmed to it, or even with human intervention, makes the large language model we're in. We all put our information to it, and therefore the AI synthesizes all the information. So when it answers us, it's getting all of this information from different sources on the web. So instead of Google just giving you tiered searches, Gemini AI, ChatGPT or otherwise, or even Claude will probably give you, or will give you, a synthesized information wherein it captures all of the information from the web and gives it to you. So what happens then? Somebody, instead of just manually putting information to AI, went to AI to actually dictate information to AI. So it's AI going to another AI and telling AI to start doing programming and whatnot. So moving forward, my question is, why did we do that to begin with? What's so funny about it, actually making me angry, is that why did we even start commanding the AI to actually command another AI program that creates what the AI told it to do? So I mean, AI for all intents and purposes is actually a good thing, especially when you're trying to find cures for cancer, for debilitating sickness, like what do you call that? Losing your memory. I can't find the word right now. Discovering how to help poverty, alleviate poverty, things like that. Telling AI to create models of how to alleviate and remove poverty for those people who can't help themselves, and things like that. I mean, why can't we have an objective of doing something like that instead of just telling AI? Because it sounds stupid, but if you think about it, it is, because none in the searches that I asked AI to tell me, why do they start doing these things? And then check this out. It says, when I asked Gemini, why did they even start programming the AI to program another AI? And then this is what Gemini told me. That is the ultimate paradox of the AI race. And you've pointed out the exact contradiction that is making everyone so nervous right now. It sounds like a classic sci-fi mistake. Why would you deliberately give a machine the keys to its own ignition if you aren't sure you can stop it? When we look at the Anthropic example, engineered AI to code and improve itself, it boils down to three main reasons: a mix of human nature, brutal economics, and a bit of overconfidence. I mean, we've tried to control how to create nuclear arms race after the Cold War. During the Cold War, and now we're doing something that we're commanding AI to stop. I mean, you cannot stop something if you already commanded it not to stop. I mean, I guess you could by unplugging the power source, but for Anthropic to actually say that, okay, let's all organize ourselves and stop doing this because it's really dangerous for humanity. I mean, would you stop it, Anthropic? Would you stop yourself from building AI itself, just to be an example? Or is it because you're being dictated by the United States government? I mean, here in the Philippines, we don't have that. Of course, we have programmers, but we don't have the capabilities of creating powerful servers that would do the computing, the thinking, like you guys would do there up in the United States. I mean, we shouldn't be doing anything. It's so simple. When you go to work because you have an objective, you have an assignment, you have your own course and recourses and objectives of what you need to do for that day. But here we have a company, Anthropic, saying that they are now sounding in the alarm because they could not control anymore, and we're nearing that level of not being able to control AI. I mean, they're asking if everybody could stop. I mean, would China stop? Would UK stop if they're building the AI? Would Russia stop if they're doing the same thing? I mean, what is that for? Why don't you just pull the plug? I mean, why are you going to tell others to stop, and if no one stops, you're not going to stop? Is that what Anthropic is saying? That's all crazy. And I think they should look at themselves first really hard and tell them to stop themselves before this whole thing goes out of hand. and it's now going out of hand because no one's doing what you're doing, Anthropic. And it's so sad that everybody else, instead of doing some good for humanity in terms of developing AI, you just crashed it. You just made all of this thing that makes no sense at all. So it's really sad, really, really sad. And I'm really furious right now that such AI could help businesses develop all these content so that they could promote their business to customers who may need the information to decide on what to buy and what not to buy. Now you're saying that we need to stop it because you guys are developing this. So I don't know. To me, you guys have all the money, you have all the brains that you could hire, and yet we're having this. Too much.